Hello, people of Earth. I'm Dan Lockhart of the Ride the Valkyrie Dan Lockhart YouTube channel. I'm recording an introduction for an episode of one of the videos that I'm created from our cruise in Alaska. This episode is for Sitka, Alaska. Sitka is the place where the ceremony was held for the transfer of ownership of Alaska from Russia to the United States. This happened on October 18th, 1867. Alaska was purchased for $7.2 million. At the time, it was known as Seward's Folly for the Secretary of State because they felt like at the time it was just money that was not well spent. As it turns out, it was quite an investment. Alaska is rich in resources. It's the biggest state in the country. And I can tell you from first-hand experience that it's beautiful there. I got so many photos, so much footage from the time that we spent there on our walking tour. We did a walking tour that was about a half a day. And it was 3 miles long. We went to a few different museums. I got so many photos and footage that I decided I'm just going to do like a 15-second clip from each one of the videos. Otherwise the thing would be like half a day long. Our guide, Dana, was excellent. And Sitka is one of those towns that I would consider going back to for a visit. It was really beautiful there. The forest there was just amazing. Karen and I are used to seeing big mountains. A lot of our bigger mountains here the tree line stops at around 10,000 feet. And you won't see trees that grow above that. But in Alaska and all the coastal cities, obviously you're starting at sea level. So including the big mountains, they have trees all the way to the top. That was one thing that really struck me while we were there. We just had a great time, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm dedicating it to my friend Anita Hossetter, who passed away on July 5th of this year. And anyway, I hope you have a great day. If you like my video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe down below. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot.
On the Pacific Ocean, right here, the only one. So this is Sitka's front yard, right out here, and then we are surrounded by the Tongass National Forest. Now the Tongass is the largest national forest in the United States, which I'm sure you've heard about this week, and it's 16.8 million acres. Wow. More than 3 times the size of the state of Massachusetts, just to kind of hear you. But that means that 77% of all of the land in Southeast Alaska is the national forest. here. It means that they've taken made a decision on where to put it. But this is Tommy's carving shed, and you can see this was that teacher that was here last summer, and then this is Tommy right here.
Wow, it goes underground over there.
Yes, that's Tommy right there on the right.
Which makes sense.
And yeah.
Incredible.
It is. And you know, one way, I mean, the park has always been in a quandary on how to protect these pools.
Can you explain to me the differentiation between the Pacific Ocean and the Bering Strait?
Oof.
The Bering Strait is the Pacific Ocean?
You know, I'm not a scientist at all, but once you start getting up, you've got the open water here. This is the Bering Sea, and then you're coming into the Bering Strait. This is a choke point to get into the northern Arctic Ocean.
Okay.
It's a giant migration route for any kind of whale species and other sea mammals.
Okay.
There's an awful lot of ice that comes in here in the wintertime, and going shore fast ice all the way up and around into here. It traditionally has been one of the most abundant places for fisheries.
Okay.
And so on anything that has a lot of agitation and tide change has a lot of nutrition in the water because everything's always getting mixed up. But the Bering Sea is basically just going down into the choke point called the Bering Strait. I don't know if I'm answering your
But
question.
still a part of the Pacific.
Ish. Yeah,
Ish.
but it's going to be, I mean, they differentiate. We're in the giant, this is all Pacific Ocean out here. But once you turn the corner, it's going to be delineated as the Bering Sea.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you hear about, and we got a bus coming in. When you hear about people fishing out in here, they're only going to be calling it the Bering Sea. It's not that we're contiguous in the fact that it's the Pacific Ring of Fire, right? You'll hear more of it as that way than delineating it as the Pacific Ocean.
Okay.
Because they start differentiating it into Bering Sea, Bering Strait. You're going up into the Chukchi, then you're circling around into the Arctic Ocean.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
thank
hope
you.
that's helpful.
We're running articles about what happened with the fire. And so money flowed in, dollar bills, $5 bills, all flowed in, and to be able to reconstruct, to rebuild the cathedral. It always makes me feel good when I tell the story because I just feel like, Sitka's always called this their crown jewel, and it didn't matter what your religion was. Everyone came to save it as much as possible. It didn't matter what you believed in. All they could think of was coming here to save the cathedral.